The Bet by Kimberly Joy Villanueva. In love, you play with all of your heart or nothing at all. Chapter 3, Sophia's POV. Have you started reading A Midnight Summer's Dream? I gesture to the book. And what exactly don't you understand? I repeat my question, and he turns his blue eyes to me, without uttering a word. I paralyzed. Good God, they're so freaking blue. Easy, Cupcake. We have all the time in the world. He reassures me. Drake skims over the book. I still can't help but wonder how he's Driana's twin. The similarities are just physical. Same sapphire blue eyes and soft jet black hair that falls across their eyes. Driana is a sweet, compassionate, and kind person. The primary reasons why I'm best friends with her. But based on our minimal interaction, I'm positive that I can say the same for him. How is it possible that they're even related? It's like a joke of nature. You know, he says, I can't concentrate on an empty stomach. Let's grab a bite and then you can proceed to educate me. He stresses the word and winks at me. I start to protest, but he cuts me off and says, It's on me. As if that's going to seal the deal. I don't need his handouts. If anything, he needs me. Insulted, I stand and push my chair forward, not saying a word. As I start to walk away, he grabs my arm to stop me. I didn't mean to insult you, he pleads. I take a deep breath before speaking. If you want my help, listen carefully, I say through gritted teeth. First, let go of my arm. He hesitantly let go. I cross my arms on my chest to stop them from shaking. Second, I didn't sign up for this. You're the one who needs me. So you can either drop that childish antics and actually learn something, or fail. He raises his both hands in surrender and doesn't say any word. He goes back to reading, so I sit back on my chair. I may have overreacted a teeny tiny bit, but he doesn't get to tell me what to do, much less think that I can easily be appeased with a free cup of coffee. Okay, how about I read the chapters assigned for today? Then I'll let you know if there's something I have trouble with, he suggests, looking through the fringe across his eyes. I nod in agreement and turn to my own work. This egotistical, self-obsessed guy. He confidently assumes people will drop everything for him. Well, he's not getting that from me. He knows nothing about me, and he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to know that after class, I have nowhere to go but here. Going home after school is sheer torture. That's part of the reason why I didn't object to Mrs. Qualo's request. Every day is like a cage match between my parents. I'm not about to let myself play referee between them. It didn't used to be this way. I look wistfully out the library window and feel the familiar, painful pang in my chest. Never, ever again. Drake's POV. Sophia? Pi? Are you okay? I ask. She's staring off into space, probably daydreaming. Typical girl behavior. My plan worked. I was sure Mrs. Quella would pick her when I asked for help. I wonder if Sophia had plans for today. Who cares? What's important is that I snared her into my trap. I snap my fingers a few inches from her face to get her attention. She looks at me. What did you just call me? Pi, I answered, slightly afraid of the possible reaction. Don't call me that, she says irritably, scowling at me. Why? Isn't your name Sophia? Pi would be the most logical nickname for you. Pi is a sweet nickname. I wonder why she doesn't like it. I prefer to be addressed by my real name, please.
Sophia's kind of mouthful, with the extra syllables. She starts to say something, but then she decided against it. Instead, she mutters, "Whatever, Drakey." How in the world did she know that nickname? She looks at me smugly in return. "Driana," I mutter quietly. Sophia and Driana are friends. The gears in my head turn as I realize the advantage to this. "How about we compromise?" I ask Sophia. "What can I possibly gain from a compromise with you?" she asks, unconvinced. "Touche. Why would you compromise with me?" "Hmm. You can call me Drakey when it's just the two of us. I encounter while I get to call you Pie." This seems to brighten her up. "I can call you Drakey whenever I want?" A note of delight in her voice. A dimple appears on her right cheek as she smiles. "That's cute," I notice. "Maybe I'll even let other call you the same." I continue testing her. "Absolutely not," she says, slapping the table impulsively. As if on cue, the librarian walks towards us. She gives me the evil eye, but Sophia seems to be getting off with just a warning. She pats Sophia gently on the shoulder before walking away. Sophia looks at me and mumbles, "Sorry." I can't help but smile. Now I have the upper hand. "Since you got me in trouble, it's only fair that we make this a deal." She looks at me while she bites her lower lip in contemplation. After a moment, she finally agrees. "Okay, deal."
Are you guys curious for the next chapter? If yes, tune in every Friday at 9 in the evening. Thank you for listening.